Welcome to this brand new 6-week course, Belly Dancing Intermediates, with me, Lindsey Marie Silver, here at Little Egypt Studio in Scotland. In this course, let's enjoy exploring the world of layering within belly dance. After all, isn't belly dancing the onion of the dance world? As well as layering, we're also going to really enjoy adding layering with traveling steps so that you can move around and schmooze with your audience whilst enjoying lots of beautiful combinations. And everybody says, wow, how are you doing that? And you say, oh, you know. So we're going to do that, and also I'm going to share with you lots of fun, simple techniques of how you can boost your creativity as a dancer, so that whether you're piecing together a performance or you're just simply enjoying dancing in your own bedroom or in your own kitchen, what have you, you're going to enjoy feeling the depth of your own creativity. This course is going to be so much fun, and it's going to build on the last one that we enjoyed together here on YouTube. If you hadn't checked that out yet, you can head back to the Belly Dance Intermediates playlist on our channel, where you'll find a 6-week course, loads of fun. Dive in there and join us back for this one in a moment. Are you ready to get shimmying? Woohoo! Let's dive in. Coming into alignment of your basic stance, let's warm up through all the muscles of the body, all the joints. Let's warm you up. We're going to boost our circulation. We're going to enhance our mobility and flexibility. Mobilizing through the spine here and deepening that lengthening motion through the waist. You could anchor through your low half if you want to. Into center there. You could work with a slide through your head. And the hands down. I'm going to bring one shoulder forwards and one back. Nice. That feels good, doesn't it? Woo! Bring your shoulders all the way forwards, up, back, down. Raise the palms to the sky and just relax your arms down. Relax through your shoulders and through your neck. I'm going to bend through one knee here, lowering the hip down back to center. Through the other side, lower down. Back through center, bend. Center, bend. Center, bend. Center, bend. Nice. See if you can deepen that bend through your knee. We have our weight spread out through the whole foot there. This is nice and smooth on the lower and on the lift. So we can make that movement even deeper. Nice. Bring it into center. We're going to lift through the rib cage, lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Beautiful. Let's come into a circular motion. That feels really nice for opening up through the hips. for encouraging synovial fluid production through the spine. Coming down into your body from busy mind. Let's take it around the other way. All right, this next one, we're going to warm up more through the hips. We're going to twist forwards and back. Whee! Bring your hands down by your side. You could frame that movement with the hands and arms. And it's this twist through the waist. Now let's focus on make that smooth. See if you can increase that range of motion. Keep the knees soft and relaxed. All right, let's break the seal on the shimmies in this course. Woo! So we're working from the assumption that we got the basics down and you're fairly confident and competent in the basic movements, and you consider yourself to be maybe an improver, upwards of that into advanced level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But of course, people don't really fit in pigeonholes, do they? So let's not attach labels to where we think we're at in our learning, because we all learn differently. You might be a pro at one particular movement, but an absolute beginner at another. There might be a movement you didn't even try yet. Woo! So be open-minded in your own assessment of which level you're at. Woohoo! Amazing. All right, help yourself to a spot of hydration, and then let's move on. In this session, I'm excited to share with you a traveling movement, which is a bit of a, well, it's one of these traveling movements that lots of people really recognize as being a movement from Bellydance. It's a traveling movement that amongst dancers in the Bellydance world, it's probably one of the favorites. Do you know what it is? Okay, so we are going to be working with the traveling step known as an Egyptian walk. Wow. Okay, so there's many ways that I can teach this to you. I've chosen this particular way for this session, but we probably in future courses will look at other ways that you can approach this movement. So for now, I want to know the origins of this particular movement come from folkloric dance. They come from traditional Egyptian dances, Egyptian but also Nubian. They're very much linked, they're cousins. They come from very earthy, grounded origins, simpler times. And there's particular chains of thought that think that this, people, let me just turn this down slightly, believe that this particular step was practiced at particular times or particular seasons of the year, and they helped crops to grow, and they helped on a spiritual level to really be at one with the earth. I think it's quite fascinating to know the origins of some of these movements that have literally been around for thousands of years. And it's not only fascinating, it's actually essential that we honor the roots of the dance. So, all of that said, keep that in mind. We'll come back to that. So, we're going to be working with a staccato traveling step. Now, you could also work with more of a smooth, fluid, flowing movement step, but traditionally is working with a staccato step. So the staccato step is very strong. It's quite a masculine energy. And you're coming down onto your whole foot. All right, so best done in bare feet. But if you want to wear something, just be careful that if you're wearing socks, you're not going to slide. Super important. Okay, so we're going to step, 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 step. And we're very planted as we come down. We're very, very connected. I've got a coin stuck to my foot. Goddess Lakshmi is, oh, I wish I'd flicked it then. Oh, you could have chosen heads or tails. In fact, choose heads or tails now. Drop it in the comments and I'll dive into the comments when this goes up on YouTube. I'll let you know. And for those who are live, I'm gonna tell you what it said. Heads or tails. All right, here we go. So, it's a flat foot. It's grounded, earthy. So we're going to build it up from here. I just want to make sure that we're all good with that for now. Now, as you do that, there is an obvious shifting of your weight. And actually, in this particular movement style, that folkloric traditional one, it's even more obvious than usual. There is a planting and an obvious, almost like a directional change. Try that a bit faster. Try a bit faster. Okay. Fabulous. So that's the kind of traveling that we're going to be doing. And onto that, we've got a hip combination. So this way of teaching it to you works with a triplet combination through the hip. So it's a chasing triplet, which means that whichever side is the lead side to begin with, it shifts to the other side as you form another repetition of it. So for example, if you start on the right, it's going to move over to the left and come back to the right again. That's one repetition. The second repetition is going to go left, right, left. Okay, so it's going to go right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay. Let's bring it into the hips. We're going to drop through the hip. Let's get the hips going first of all. Drop, 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 drop. So in a triplet combination with that hip drop, and incidentally in the Egyptian walk, Egyptian music tends to have, the rhythms tend to have more dum sounds. With the flat hand in on the very fullness of the drum, so rather than the outer edge, I'm wearing rings right now, regretfully, dum, rather than tack on the out. So tack up here, dum in here. Tack out here, dum out here. And the dum sound, you really feel that reverberate around your entire body, your entire being. As you hear that, you can really feel it. And so what we're doing within this step is we're accentuating that dum, dum, this really dum. Our movements are the reverberation of that sound. We're literally illustrating that which cannot be seen, but it can be felt. So when we do that, we're going to emphasize the drop. So it's really definitely as a hip drop rather than a hip lift. So when we look at the hip drop, what are we actually doing then? We're going to bend through the knee on one side and lower the hip down. The hip just happens to come because it's part of the same system. It's part of the same network. It can't not. If you want to accentuate that doom drop even further, what you can do is literally throw your weight into that movement. using your own body weight and allowing gravity to assist you. And what you can do is as you drop the hip down with gravity and your own body weight, you can give it the tiniest little contraction through the muscles of the waist on the opposing side. So here what you're doing is, because muscles work in pairings, one side of the body to the other, if you're relaxing and lengthening on one side of the body, on the other side of the body, you're shortening and strengthening. So it's doom here. Try on the other side. Doom, 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 doom. Okay. So gradually building this up here, you feel it building. Okay, so we're here. We've really emphasized that doom. Oh, one other way that you can really emphasize that drop is not only contracting through the waist, but also the opposing glute. If you squeeze through your glute at the same time, you'll get that doom, 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 doom. Okay, so these are some of the ways you can really make this powerful. Sometimes you might want to make this movement powerful. Sometimes you might want to make it just a bit more organic and just like more relaxed. And hey, yeah, here's me being all awesome. And sometimes you might want to really try. Depends where you're at, depends on the music, your own feeling. So, of this triplet combination, we got right, left, right. And then it switches left, right, left. Other side, right, left, right. Other side, left, right, left. Okay, so we're gonna practice that combination, practice. And then once we get quite efficient with that, proficient with that, we're gonna begin to move through that pyramid of learning, through the zones of learning. I'll talk to you about that in a coming session. But so you're gonna move through those stages of learning so that you can do that relatively easily without having to think about it too much. So you got right, left, right, left, right, left. Right, left, right, left, right, left. And with that, you can begin to speed it up. Now, as you speed it up, the syncopation changes a little bit. Rather than it being a round, round, round movement, round, 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 where you're emphasizing all 3 points. So if we said 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, rather than emphasizing 1, 2, 3, you're going to emphasize 1, 3. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. You're still hitting the second one, but the second one is no longer the accent. It's merely almost like a passive passenger in the movement. So let's try that now. Are you ready? Here we go. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is a bit slower. We're going to speed that up. Let me find the music to do that. Help yourself to some hydration. You'll be using muscles more than actually you probably realize. Here we go.
1 2 3 4
Are you ready? Woo! Feel the vibes. Get down with the ground. All right, here we go. Let's start slow first. One, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. Are you ready to try that a bit faster? Everyone's like, oh gosh, I don't know. Or maybe you're there, you're like, come on, let's do this already. All right, let's give it a shot. Just try, see how you get on. We can always bring it back down to that slower tempo, slow it right down again. And what you'll find is, when we do that, that is gonna feel so easy afterwards. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the syncopation has changed. And now we're going to place the most emphasis here here right now, we're placing the most emphasis on 3. But when we come to dance it, we're going to shift that to 1. That'll make sense in a moment. Hopefully. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. And there's like a pause on 4. So most Middle Eastern rhythms, particularly Egyptian ones, are 4-beat rhythms. It's a 4/4 rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay! Let's pause this for now. Beautiful, well done, well done. Amazing. So, when we come to actually travel with this, you could stay with the 3 being the most prominent, so you would step at a different time. But what I suggest we do for the purpose of, let's say, everybody here, because it's easier and it's actually also more authentic and more traditional folkloric, we're going to emphasize 1. Why are we going to do that? Well, the reason we're going to do that is because in Middle Eastern music, and particularly in Egyptian music, which has more dums, the first dum sound in any rhythm, bar maybe like 1 or 2 rhythms, they all start with dum, and the first dum is the strongest one. The first dum is, within the music, the one that is emphasized the most. So of course it makes sense for us to dance with the first one being emphasized the most, doesn't it? Okay, so let's try that. So we're going to shift that around a little bit. So you're actually going to be stepping on 1 is kind of like your lead into the next step, the next phase, the next phrase. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah, let me just talk you through that a little bit slower. So you're going to step on 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, silent pause, 4. Pause in the music, fluid with your body. So you're literally picking up the distance to the next step on 4. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so on. Whew, that's a lot to do all at once. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Let's try it with the music, shall we? Are you ready? Give me a little thumbs up if you are ready to try that with the music. Yes! Yes! Woohoo! Okay, here we go. Get ready. This is going to be
1
awesome.
2 3 4.
Get ready. Let's do it slow first. Here we are. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Or you could count that differently, but work with the same movement. So that would be 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Woo! Yes! 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Are we ready to try a bit faster? Give me a thumbs up if you want to go Scream if you want to go faster. Here we go. Let's give it a shot. We can bring it back down again. Don't worry about that. Here we go. 3, 3, 3, 3, or 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Anchoring through your upper half. Woo! Wow! Wow, that was amazing. Just to finish off doing that a little bit slower, so it really is in brain, it's really in body as well. Three, 1, 2, 3. Whichever way you prefer to count it. 1, 1. Make sure your hips remain in neutral. What you'll find is, if you're not actively strong in your core muscles, the pelvis wants to tilt. So engage your pelvic floor muscles all the way up towards your belly button. You could bring your belly button in your mind's eye just a little bit up and back towards your spine, through your spine even, a ribbon attached. Use those muscles to stabilize your core, and you'll find that not only will your movement look, wow, much more punchy and defined, but also you won't end up with a sore back from practicing that movement. There is so much that you can do with this movement. It looks incredible. It feels amazing. There is something so empowering about this movement. Whether you're a man, a woman, a child, this movement feels empowering. It feels like it really links in with your spinal column and you're like strong in your personal power. Wow. Who doesn't want more of that in their lives? All right, have fun practicing this movement. Let me know if you've got any questions, anything that is maybe a little sticking point for you. If you feel you've got some bad habits maybe creeping in, I'd really like to help you flatten those out, and let's start from a really, really strong, healthy base with your movement and build it up from there so you get the most pleasure out of your dancing that you possibly can. Let's come into center, take a nice big wide stance. Raise your hands up towards the sky. We're going to come across to one side. You can frame through your belly, frame through your face. Open up through your waist. And then we're going to come forwards, down to center. Bring both hands out in front. You can bend through your knees. Whilst we're down here, you can walk your hands around towards one side. Keep your hips facing forwards. This stretch is such a gorgeous compound stretch. It releases practically everything that we've been using in this session, all those muscles, saying thank you so much. Let's take that in through center and out to the other side as you take a deep breath. And the thing is, also, as we're practicing these movements and also stretching out afterwards, the more that we do that, the more that we can do that. Relax through your neck. Bring that back into center. Oh, that feels so good, doesn't it? Enjoy that extra oxygen supply to your brain. Take a deep breath here, and I'll encourage you very, very slowly to come out of that. Use a little bit of a contraction through your glutes. And ease your way upwards, one vertebrae at a time, really allowing the muscles that run down the side of the spine to lengthen. So this is a stretch in itself as you come upwards. Returning now your shoulders, your neck, and your head. We're going to bring one foot back. press the heel into the ground, bring the hips into neutral. And the more the hips are in neutral with pelvic floor muscles, the more you can release out the front of your hip, lightly down through your thigh. And if you extend through that back knee, so you have a straight leg, you're also releasing through the back of your leg as well, and down into your calf muscle. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, let's gently lift that through. We can take that to the other side, step back. That feels so nice, doesn't it? Let's tuck the hips under and enjoy on the other side. So you can bring a lunge through that front leg. You're feeling that stretch through the front of the hip, down through the thigh, through that back heel with that alignment through low leg and through the hamstring as well. Deep breath here. As you breathe out, we can gently lift through the heel and step back into center, placing one hand on heart space, one hand down on womb space. Let's finish with a full body shimmy. Nice releasing breath. You can lower your hands down by your side. Raise your shoulders up to your ear. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, we're gonna just drop that and sigh. Wow, gently coming into center, back into stillness. So this has been one of my favorite ways of exploring the Egyptian walk. You might see this particular traveling step referred to by other names. They mostly refer to the same thing. I hope you'll enjoy it. Let us know how you're getting on. We would be delighted to hear everyone at Little Egypt in our little community. If you'd like to join us, you can visit patreon.com/Little Egypt Studio. We've got a lot of fun in store. Woohoo!